Hello everyone! Our first season of the modeling challenge focused on parametric sketching is coming to an end. So let's take a look at what the task was and what the solution looks like. The task was to create a parametric model of a tile table. The model must automatically adapt the number of tiles based on two independent driving parameters, the tile size and the border width. By modifying these two driving parameters, the model must transition from state A to state B. Also, please note that when the number of tiles changes, a warning in the design history is expected. So let's see the solution. As always, the first thing that we need to do is create a sketch. So let's start the sketch and let's pick the plane. After we pick the plane, let's select a rectangle and let's draw a square. Define the dimension of bottom side and also create variable for it, and do that for the other side too. Choose the variable that we already created, so the sides are equal now. Let's make sure that square is properly constrained and rename the variable to d. Select square and use offset tool, but with defining offset tool, please keep in mind that ratio between the outer border and inner border is outer border divided by 12. Next step is creating a tile. Again, we are going to use rectangle and let's sketch one rectangle. Again, let's create a variable for side of the rectangle, and another side should be same as the first side that we defined because it is again square. So both sides are the same variable. Let's set it to 4 millimeters and change the name. After we created the tile, next step is to create another variable. That variable, I will name it x, and I will give it some random dimension. That x is actually dimension of side of inner border. So that will be d, which is outer border, minus 2 times, and now in brackets there will be d divided by 12, because that's the thickness of the border. And because we have border on left side and also we have border on the right side, we need to multiply it by 2. And now because of the simple math, we can also write that as not 2 times d divided by 12, but d divided by 6. So this is the dimension of inner border. Now when that's defined, let's define distance between inner border and tile. It should be 1 millimeter. And with that defined, next step is to create a pattern. Select pattern, move arrow to the right, and let's define the spacing. Important part is that we need total spacing, and total spacing will be x, which is inner border, minus distance between tiles on left, between border and tile, and also 1 millimeter on the right side. And we also need to include half of the tile on left side and also half of the tile on the right side, because we are defining dimensions between centers of tiles. So 2 halves of tiles is actually one whole tile, which is dimension E. Next step is to repeat the same for downward direction. So again, we set distance to total spacing, and we define what is the total distance. The total distance is x minus 2 millimeters, 1 millimeter per side of tile, and minus e, which is the 2 halves of tile. And with that, our parametric sketch should be stable for now. So let's just test it. Let's change the dimension of outer border and see if everything is going to adapt to the change. Next step is to define number of tiles. So how to define the number of tiles? We know that the distance where the tiles are is actually x, which is inner border. So we want to calculate how many tiles we can fit inside x dimension. How are we going to do it? We are going to involve x as a dimension divided by size of tile, dimension of tile, and that would give us how many tiles we could fit in that dimension. But we also have to keep in mind that we need some spacing between those tiles. And as the spacing between tile and border is 1 millimeter, I would like it to be the same spacing between tiles also. So that will be E plus 1 millimeter. For each tile, we will have one additional spacing that will be 1 millimeter. And again, we need to do that for the other direction. Change quantity to x minus, x divided by dimension of tile plus 1 millimeter. Again, if we take a look at the tile, we have tile, and on top of that tile we have spacing which is 1 millimeter. And for tiles that will be below the top one, we will again have tile and spacing between those two tiles. So that's why we are adding 1 millimeter. And our table is defined. So next step is to create 3D geometry from the parametric sketch that we created. Select all of the tiles inside and use simple extrude tool to create a 3D geometry. Turn on the sketch and extrude the part between tiles. And now let's test it and see if everything works. First, let's change the size of the border. In this case, it is expected that number of tiles did not change because in Sketch we add additional rectangles, additional squares, and we did not define that those additional squares should become 3D geometries, and we cannot define. We can only do that in different direction. If we have more tiles and then we change the number of tiles to lower number, then everything will adapt. But if we first define 10 tiles and then change in Sketch that we will have 15 tiles. Those 5 additional tiles we will have to add additionally to extrude step. So this is not expected to be done automatically, so it's okay if it works like this. Let's change size of the tile to 6 millimeters, and with that the actually number of tiles is lower, as you can see, and that's why the 3D geometry also adapted without any issues. And only when we are trying to raise the number of something that we are creating by parametric sketch, in that case we will have to go back in design history, and in extrude step we will have to add those additional tiles that we just created. And also warnings are expected, because when we are changing from more tiles to less tiles, the application is confused because few of those sketches that we previously used to create geometry disappeared because we changed it by parametric variables, and that's the reason why we have warning in design history, and that's expected, and that's okay, and we just can go back to that step and we can remove those tiles that we already used, but after we change the number of tiles we don't have that 3D geometry anymore. And with that we are closing our first season of the challenge. Our main goal was to encourage you to use one of the fundamental techniques for creating more complex parametric models and to teach you how to do so. We hope you found it helpful and learned something new along the way. Thank you once again for your participation, and stay tuned because new challenges are on the way.